Make sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons. Ding the bell for notifications of new content. If you don't, Houston Firefox will leave a box on your front porch. Trust me, you don't want to know what's in the f***ing box.
Hello and welcome everyone. Today I figured we would do a Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 flight, Sierra Blanca, Texas. And for those of you who don't know, Sierra Blanca is approximately 80 miles east of El Paso. And currently we're buzzing along here. And we're heading down FM 1111. For those of you familiar with the area, this is a road that connects Del City to the north to Sierra Blanca to the south, which is, we're heading south now. If you look closely, you can see some vehicles down there, which I was really surprised to see in Flight Simulator 2020, so that's nice. And as you come down FM 1111 here, it has a little jog to the east. Not really sure why, but and this land has been around here a lot longer than I have, so I guess they had their reason. And this area is relatively unpopulated. You'll see some buildings down there from the Bing's map data. And in fact, Sunset Ranches and Lone Star Investments sells a lot of property out here. I myself own 220 acres up in this area. Now, the Sierra Blanca airport that you see up there is actually now a privately owned airport, and you do need owner permission to land there. I did speak with the owner, and it's not really open. I'm not really sure why Microsoft Flight Simulator put this airport in the simulator, since it's not really public use, but it's nice to have it there regardless. And again, we're continuing to head south on FM 1111, and Sierra Blanca is just off the about a 1 o'clock position. What we'll do is go down, fly over Sierra Blanca, get some video of the city itself, some of the main attractions, and then come back and land at Sierra Blanca. And yes, I am alone on the flight today. This area primarily populated with mesquite trees, very little grass. They call it a desert, but it averages about 300 sun days per year. It's at an elevation of about 5,000 feet and gets about 10 inches of rain a year. So if you're going to live out in this area, you'd better be a hardy soul. Here we're coming up on just some of the first population areas north of Sierra Blanca, and behind that hill over there on the right is Sierra Blanca proper. What I was told was back in the day that some fella with a lot of money built the airport and had visions of creating a grand fly-in airport type neighborhood out there, but that seemed to have never come about. And here we're coming up on the north side of Sierra Blanca proper. And on the side of this hill that we're flying over, this mountain, they actually have large SB lettering on it for Sierra Blanca. It's not a very large town, but it was a lot of fun when I went to visit. The people were really, really nice. And that is I-10. We're now heading westbound, so that's I-10 you see is that large roadway there. We'll turn around here and fly back over the city proper. I can't get enough of the graphics in Flight Simulator. It's just absolutely amazing. And we're flying right over I-10 here that's heading eastbound for Van Horn would be the next city you would see if you came down through here. And they have a large border patrol checkpoint in this area. I believe what we're coming up here, Texas Juvenile Detention Center. It's one of quite a few in Texas. I could be wrong on that, though. A little turbulent today. And if I'm not mistaken, this would be the Customs and Border Patrol station just east of Sierra Blanca. A very large presence in this area. And now we're heading eastbound again. Beyond that large mountain is the city of El Paso. It's just amazing how they managed to model the cars going around in the city. I've actually seen them pull into driveways and whatnot. Pretty funny. And again, heading southbound, you can see that FM 1111 extends for about another 11 or 12 miles southbound, if I remember correctly. And when I shot this video, I'd intended on following it all the way down and thought better of it. Well, it's already long enough. I certainly appreciate y'all watching for sure. And again, I just found the visuals in Microsoft Flight Simulator stunning in version 2020 and thought I would share a little bit of some of the flying out here in wet Texas. We'll do a low flyover of the city of Sierra Blanca, but don't think they would appreciate the noise too much, to be honest with you. I wanted to see if we could see if the lettering for the SB was on the side of that mountain. And indeed it is. It's in white right there on the side about the 11 o'clock position. Very accurate. Well, that's our tour of Sierra Blanca, and we're going to go ahead and head over to Sierra Blanca Airport. Again, we're heading north. That's FM 1111 on the roadway there. We're going to go ahead and head to the airport and shut her down. YouTube has a lot of videos of Flight Simulator 2020 in action, and mainly it's over very populated areas, New York, London, Paris, and quite a few other areas, but most of my real life flying is off the beaten track into some of the smaller areas, particularly in the Texas, Louisiana, and Arkansas area, and it's always fun to kind of come out to these small towns and visit with the local folks and try their barbecue and whatever the local cuisine is, and a little bit off the beaten path. Doing my pre-landing checks here, making sure the mixture's rich, and could be doing a better job of lining up with the runway, but that's okay. Now I'm trying to slow it up a little bit in preparation for extending the flaps on the landing. No real air traffic control out here to speak of. I'm in the white arc here. I'm still a little bit high on final, so Cessna 172, you're really not supposed to slip it with full flaps. I'm going to have to do that here a little bit to get her on down without building airspeed. I've never actually flown to this airport in real life, but again, it's one I hope to visit soon. I've visited the majority of the airports in Texas. Definitely not one of my prettier approaches. Ow. And that's how you flat spot tires. My pre-takeoff or pre-landing checklist didn't include the fact that the parking brake was set. So yes, you can stop a Cessna 172 incredibly quickly. Also, do some real damage to the tires had that been in real life. Leaning the mixture for taxi. Brought the flaps up. And I have yet to adjust the sensitivity of my rudder pedals in the simulation, so it definitely gets a little squirrely here as far as trying to maintain the center line on this runway. I like using Flight Simulator, whatever version. I've been flying since version 1.0 back in the 80s, but I like to use it to go and virtually visit airports that I have not been to before, so I can kind of get an idea of how they're laid out. I was hoping they would have a proper tarmac here to pull up to the hangar. Apparently not the case. It's going to be scrubby grassland we're going to taxi through, so give a little shave there to the grass. And that's what I was looking for, but again, not much of a tarmac in front of this airport. But again, it being in such an out-of-the-way place, I'm really surprised that Microsoft included it, because it does look to be accurately rendered with at least the building. And again, here we'll go ahead and pull the mixture back, shut her down, turn off all of our switches. Should have turned the avionics off prior to this, but didn't. So thank you so much for joining, and y'all have a great day.